It's been a devastating past couple of days for CNN. Why, in Atlanta, we saw a bunch of people storm their lobby, and that's legit messed up. We saw the reporter Omar Jimenez get arrested, also legit messed up. But I'm proud to say I can go back to making fun of CNN because, in all seriousness, I'm glad nobody got hurt. I think nobody got hurt when the rioters went to the CNN HQ. I'm glad they can continue to be their awful selves because it's their right to do so. I don't like them. CNN is a really awful network that has turned journalism into reality TV. But as much as I might not like what they do, I absolutely do respect their right to do it. It's kind of unfortunate, right? Well, here we go. CNN host Chris Cuomo's viewership has plunged by half since he contracted coronavirus after segments with brother Andrew were panned as ratings stunts. The ratings for CNN have collapsed. Oh, yeah. Love to see it, don't you? All right. I'm glad you guys are all safe over that CNN. Now we'll go back to making fun of each other. That's the way it should be, right? This is what I talk about when the bickering gets too crazy. But let's be real here. Part of the reason things get crazy is because of what CNN does. Now, look, if CNN is going to be doing prop comedy like Chris Cuomo did, I don't like what they're doing to journalism, but it's not the same as them drumming up anger and fear and resentment and polarization, which they're kind of doing now to varying degrees. And they've done for the past several years. So you got to look to a certain point, what CNN's been doing, they've kind of, with the rioting, there's a reason why people don't like them. You know, and they were shocked. People were like, but we're here telling the truth. No. The protesters don't like you because of what you're doing to this country and to their communities and how you profit off of it. I know I've been criticized a whole lot for similar things. But let's read this story from the Daily Mail, and we'll rag on Chris Cuomo for being awful at his job. Here's the story. They say his ratings have plunged 49%. Whoa. Yikes, man. Since he announced he'd contracted coronavirus. Since the week of March 30th, Cuomo has dropped from first in his 9 p.m. time slot among cable news hosts to bottom of the barrel. Last week, averaging just 440,000 daily viewers in the age demographic prized by advertisers. Cuomo's stunning ratings nosedive came after interviews with his brother, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, in lighthearted segments that were widely panned as ratings stunts amid the coronavirus pandemic. Wow. It really does look like his ratings tanked because of their stupid reality TV trash. Oh, you love to see it, don't you? This is what you get. Now, MSNBC took a little dip. Fox News took a bit of a dip as well. Well, it looks like Hannity's ratings are down a lot too. Tucker Carlson's way up, though. They say, though all cable news ratings saw something of a drop-off in viewership in May, as viewers seemingly grew weary of the pandemic coverage, Chris Cuomo's decline was sharper than his time slot competitors, MSNBC's Rachel Maddow and Fox News' Sean Hannity. That's right. And in my opinion, it's because of this. Ah, you'll love to see it. Look at this. Chris Cuomo laughing as he holds a giant prop comedy swab. An oversized novelty comedy swab. An oversized novelty cotton swab to make fun of his brother. However, a source close to the anchor pointed out that cable news ratings rise and fall dramatically depending on what's happening in the news cycle. The person argued that weekly averages don't provide an accurate picture of viewership. Yeah. Nice try. Chris Cuomo's ratings peak came the week of March 30th when he announced he had tested positive for coronavirus and was isolating in his basement, beating out Maddow and Hannity with 862,000 daily viewers in the key demo. Since then, his ratings have dropped 49% in the demo and 35% overall. While Maddow is down 17% in the demo and 7%, Hannity dropped 38% in the demo and 12% overall. I'm not a big fan of Hannity. I'm kind of a fan of Tucker Carlson. I say kind of because I admittedly, I don't watch all his stuff. But the stuff I do get from him, he's pretty good. I think Tucker is actually, when it comes to cable TV, one of the best that we have. He's not ridiculously partisan for the most part. I mean, he's conservative, right? But a lot of the stuff he talks about are just important news issues. So mad respect. He's been skyrocketing in the ratings. Here's what they say. Chris Cuomo dropped below Maddow. Yeah. Okay. Hannity has beaten Chris Cuomo since the week of April 6th. So we get it, right? Chris Cuomo faked the whole quarantine lockdown thing. And now his ratings are tanking because that's all he has to offer up. Sure. Take a look at this story. What? Cuomo and Lemon claim CNN is not being victimized, not the news. Well, hold on. Not the news. Are they trying to claim that the story isn't CNN? That's what I get from this, right? So journalists say things where they're like, well, you know, what we do, we are not the story. The story is something else. Well, hold on. Let's read this and see what they say, because I'm ready to rag on them pretty hard. Newsbusters reports. On the same day that CNN correspondent Omar Jimenez's live arrest on New Day became a leading headline, the Washington Post compared Jimenez's arrest to George Floyd's murder, and an entrance to Atlanta's CNN Center was attacked. Primetime host Chris Fredo Cuomo, I don't think that's necessary, guys, and CNN Tonight host Don Lemon wanted viewers to know that apparently CNN is not being victimized and not the news at all. Yes, you read that right. Newsbuster readers, two carnival barkers and Zuckerville residents are claiming that CNN isn't part of the story or wants to be the focus. If PolitiFact were worth anything, they'd label these claims pants on fire. CNN is a reality TV show. They don't want to be the story. What are you talking about? You put Chris Cuomo up with his brother and he was wiggling around a giant oversized cotton swab. It's all you've been doing. Jim Acosta stands up and goes, oh, haram at Donald Trump. And then Donald Trump goes, you fake news. Sit down. Next. And then he goes, rah, 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 rah. And then everyone in the press goes, rah, 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 rah. And that's all you hear from all of these old media barons yelling at Trump. Rah, 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 rah. That's all they do. And now they want to come out and be like, well, we're not the story. We were just trying to tell the truth. I don't care. You guys, you're just so awful, aren't you? But I'm sorry. I'm actually relieved and happy that I get to make fun of them for this. I am, because I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to get sick with coronavirus or anything like that. I'm happy that they're healthy, man. I am. It's the double-edged sword of free speech. I can't stand what they do. They're just so awful. But I am really happy that they're okay and they keep doing it, because that's a sign of the health of speech in this country. Don't get me wrong. I think they contribute a whole lot to hurting it. And I think that I, as well as many others, resist that. That's the point. Healthy discourse can't be lopsided. So you know what? You take the good with the bad. You got your yin, you got your yang, you got your CNNs, and you got your independent commentary. You got people who actually do tell a better story and do a good job of reporting and commentating and everything like that. Happy to see that they're all okay. Now, this is Cuomo and Don Lemon, I guess. So Cuomo went first after the hour began with protesters firing BB gun rounds, fireworks, and smoke grenades into an entrance at CNN. He teed up the soundbite from Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance. She said, you're burning cars, you've defaced CNN, all that stuff. After playing a soundbite of an elected official defending CNN, Fredo had the gall to insist CNN is here to tell the story. That's what we do. And is not being victimized, all right? He continued, people are attacking the building. They're attacking a lot of things that are going on. This isn't about us. It's our ability to tell the story. That's not going to change. There are different situations, different dynamics in different cities. You know what they're doing? What they're doing with this with this segment, is they're trying to bend the knee as carefully as possible to the rioters. That's what they're doing. What they should be saying is, F you. Don't throw your bricks through my window. You punks, right? You should call them out. I'm kidding, by the way. But you really should call them out and say, hey, it's wrong to do this. Don't attack our building. We have a right to speak, and we're not going to let you take that away. So, yes, they did throw rocks at us. That's what they should say. Instead, what do? No, we're not being victimized. We're not being victimized. You know why they're doing that? The same reason anybody else does is when riots break out. They're scared they will get attacked by the rioters. All right, fine. I can respect that to a certain extent. But if someone throws a brick through your window, instead of saying something like, oh, it's unfortunate, but I empathize. There's a viral post going on right now from, it's like an Indian restaurant, I think, where the woman said, our restaurant is burning to the ground. And she's like, and my father said to me, let the building burn, let them grieve. We have insurance. We can rebuild, but that life will never be returned. And I'm like, I know what you're really saying, dude. You're saying, please don't hurt me anymore. You've hurt me. Please, I'm so sorry. What does burning down someone's restaurant have to do with justice? Literally nothing. Let the building burn. Not everybody whose building's burned has insurance, dude. But that's what they're saying. And I get it, man. Terror and fear works. Some people are crazy. Some people would just spit in your face and say no. And we've seen this throughout the movies we've watched where they're like, tell us the secrets of the empire. And then they're like, I will never give them up, and spit in their face. And they would rather die. And there's also stories of people who would rather die than convert and all that stuff. I'll tell you what, man, I get it. They're rioters. They want to burn things down. I don't think I'm like these people, like CNN. I don't think so. If somebody, you want to start something, you better finish it. You know what I mean? You want to aim for the king. You got to make sure you go for the head. That's the saying. I think it was. CNN here is just pandering to the crowd because they're scared of getting, making it worse. So they don't want to fan the flames. They're backing down in fear. Maybe that's the smart thing to do. Because like I said, you got to choose your battles. And if you can choose to have someone go away by simply saying, no, we're not being victimized. We're not. Please drop it. Please drop it. Maybe it's a smart thing to do. I think they're worried also that it's possible if they even mention anything about it, it'll put it in the news and then people will know it'll fan the flames. It'll add fuel to the fire, right? You end up with people who hear on TV it happened. They show up the next day. But I'll leave it there. CNN, you trash, but I am glad you're okay. Stick around. I got a couple more segments for you in a few minutes, and I'll see you all shortly.